Allies in Adversity, the Battle of Castle Itter. The Battle of Castle Itter, which took place on May 5, 1945, in the Austrian Tyrol region, is a unique and little-known event in the closing days of World War II. This battle is significant for several reasons, not the least of which is the fact that it was one of the few instances during the war where German and American forces fought alongside one another against a common enemy. Background: as World War II was drawing to a close in Europe, the Allies were rapidly advancing into Germany, while the German defenses were crumbling. The Tyrol region, situated in the Austrian Alps, became a focal point of the conflict as the Nazi regime tried to make its last stand in the mountains. Castle Itter, a medieval fortress turned into a prison for high-profile French political prisoners, was located in this region. It held a number of notable inmates, including former French prime ministers, generals, and resistance fighters. The key players: Major Josef Gangl, a Wehrmacht officer who had become disillusioned with the Nazi regime. He was stationed in the Tyrol region and decided to protect the castle and its inmates from the advancing SS forces. Zvonimir Kukovic, a Yugoslav national and former prisoner of Castle Itter. He played a crucial role in assisting the defenders of the castle. John C. Jack Lee Jr., an American captain who, upon hearing about the plight of Castle Itter from Austrian resistance fighters, decided to lead a rescue mission. French political prisoners, the inmates of Castle Itter, including former French prime ministers Édouard Daladier and Paul Reynaud, generals, and other prominent figures. The Siege of Castle Itter. As the SS forces, who were loyal to the collapsing Nazi regime, approached Castle Itter, Major Gangl, Zvonimir Kukovic, and the American troops under Captain Jack Lee joined forces with the French prisoners to defend the castle. They had limited weaponry, and the situation was dire. The battle that ensued saw the defenders of the castle fighting off repeated SS assaults. The SS, convinced that the French prisoners held valuable information, were determined to capture the castle. The defenders, on the other hand, were equally resolute in protecting the inmates and their own lives. The defenders even managed to send two of their own, a French prisoner named André Marceau and an American soldier named John de Gros, on a daring mission to seek reinforcements from nearby American units. Marceau and de Gros braved enemy fire and successfully made contact with a unit of the 142nd Infantry Regiment of the 36th Division of the U.S. Army, led by Captain Lee. American reinforcements. Captain Jack Lee, upon hearing of the situation at Castle Itter, decided to lead a rescue mission. He was initially skeptical of the news that German soldiers were aiding in the defense of the castle, but decided to investigate. Lee's unit raced to the castle and joined the defenders in their fight against the SS. The arrival of the American reinforcements boosted the morale of the defenders. Together, they fought off several determined SS assaults. The battle was intense and fierce, with both sides sustaining casualties. The liberation of Castle Itter. The battle concluded with the defeat of the SS forces, who eventually retreated. The French prisoners, including Édouard Daladier, Paul Reynaud, and other notable figures, were liberated. Unfortunately, Major Josef Gangl, who had protected the castle, was killed during the battle. The liberation of Castle Itter was a momentous event. It demonstrated the resilience of the human spirit and the capacity for cooperation even among former enemies. The unlikely alliance of German Wehrmacht soldiers, American GIs, and French political prisoners against the common enemy of the fanatical SS forces showcased the complexities and contradictions of World War II. Aftermath. The defenders of Castle Itter received numerous awards and recognition for their bravery. Zvonimir Kukovic, who played a critical role in organizing the defense, received the French Croix de Guerre. Captain Jack Lee and his men were also recognized for their heroism. However, Major Josef Gangl's contributions remained relatively uncelebrated until later years. Today, the Battle of Castle Itter is a little-known but remarkable chapter in the history of World War II. It stands as a testament to the human spirit and the capacity for cooperation in the darkest of times. The unlikely alliance of individuals from different nationalities and backgrounds coming together to protect the lives of innocent prisoners is a powerful example of the strength of humanity in the face of tyranny. Castle Itter, which witnessed this extraordinary battle, is now a museum, and the memory of the battle is preserved as a reminder of the remarkable events that unfolded within its walls in the waning days of World War II.